Hello, and welcome back to another video. And today's video is not going to be like all my other videos. This video is going to be a bit more mature. So if you are someone who does not really care about drama or allegations, click off this video. And if you are under the age of 13, this video is a bit inappropriate, so please click off. Anyways, now that we've read the credentials or stuff, let's get into the video. Now this video is going to be about the Roblox game Forsaken. A lot of you might know Forsaken as a fun-ish game with like all the Roblox characters in it. Yeah, Forsaken is an okay game. I don't really like it, but you know, some people do. And Forsaken's dev team has been in a lot of drama over the past year or so, and I'm going to be summarizing all the allegations in 10 minutes. Anyways, let's go. Now, first off, what are SoulDrivenLove? Who is SoulDrivenLove? What is SoulDrivenLove's quote-unquote allegations? Well, SoulDrivenLove is the main developer, or was the main developer. I do not know if he still develops with Forsaken, but he is still earning off of Forsaken, using the Roblox account Vincent, despite saying that he left. Now, SoulDrivenLove allegations started back a few years back, when he was abusive and emotionally manipulated to former team members, and he was also very exploitive to several creators who spoke about being betrayed and manipulated by him. And he would also not credit or pay any of his developers that well. So basically what SoulDrivenLove would do is he would basically just manipulate, abuse, and emotionally taunt people to get his way, which is very illegal. In fact, emotional abuse, and manipulation are all illegal and can give someone up to a year to 5 years in each prison. Now, another allegation he has is financial misconduct. You see, there was a guy by the name of Fungus, and you see, he was a very racist person. And what SoulDrivenLove did is he used Forsaken team funds to pay this man to commit hate crimes. Yes, this guy named Fungus would commit hate crimes. He apparently, allegedly, I do not know if this is true, but I do believe it is true because it sounds like it's true. He apparently stabbed someone. He injured someone, and SoulDrivenLove was paying him money to essentially do it. So technically, this means that SoulDrivenLove is a part of attempted murder effect. And because he got stabbed, the man who got stabbed, the guy who got stabbed is a person who is black, I believe. And because he's black, and according to many screenshots, the boy Fungus is racist. Like, his profile picture is a picture of some German leaders, and multiple times he would ask SoulDrivenLove for funds, and SoulDrivenLove would do it willingly. Now, a couple other allegations he has. After he got exposed for all this stuff, he still developed with Forsaken. He didn't leave, he didn't sell off the game. No, he still is earning up to 25% of the Forsaken funding. Yes, that is a lot of money because Forsaken makes a lot of money. I believe it makes up to $500 to $1 million a month. So SoulDrivenLove is still profiting a lot off of this. And yeah, it's still unknown if he still develops, but he's still earning off of it, which is not okay. And if he's still in this game, despite saying he left, that is not okay. Now, a couple of other things to point out. SoulDrivenLove claims that he left the game to Basil or Kooka or Haitoko, who announced themselves as the co-owners of the game's development team and said they took full owner of the project. Now, this is not true. This is complete fake. In fact, there's so much proof that states that SoulDrivenLove did not even give them the game, that Haitoko literally said, "Soul never left, but I cannot say more about this because of an NDA." Now, if there was a real NDA, he wouldn't even be talking about it in the first place. There might not be an NDA, there might be, but still, the fact that they're just trying to hide this is insane. Now, a couple other things with Soul's allegations. About the abuse and manipulation and emotional taunting allegations, what Soul did is he would send explicit photos of people's genitals to people younger than him when he was 13, which, by the way, is not okay. Even despite SoulDrivenLove's age at the time, that still is not good because, 12 is the legal age where you can get in trouble for crimes. So technically, Soul can be punished. And even to this day, or last year, he was still doing this emotional abuse and stuff. Now, Soul's age is not public. I've looked on multiple sites. It is not public. It is not showing his age. But he did indicate that his birthday is in March. And in 2021, he claims that he was 13. So he's probably like 17. And you get the idea. That's still highly illegal, despite him being a minor still. It's still illegal because he's still over the age of 12 and still showing explicit material. And the explicit material in question he was showing explicit material of people's genitals, right? To people who are around the age of 11 or 12, but he claims that an explicit image of him was put out on the internet, which, by the way, I don't know if this is true or not, but if he was 13 at the time, he should not have been getting in this kind of toxicity in online community. However, that still does not excuse what he has done. He still needs to be held accountable for his actions. And yeah, you know Fungus, the guy I talked about earlier, and how he stabbed someone in a hate crime. He is facing up to 6 years in prison for hate crimes. And yeah, this is fairly reasonable, actually. I do believe, since it's a hate crime, and he should maybe even be given more time. And also with this, because Soul funded the Fungus who stabbed someone in a hate crime, that could put Soul accountable for the hate crime, which he funded it. So how many years in jail would Soul get? Well, he would get, it is unclear how many years, but he may even face life in prison for funding a hate crime. Now, he is not paying the guy to actually commit it, but he is funding someone committing a hate crime. Essentially, he could get up to 10 years in prison because that is essentially paying for attempted murder in a hate crime, which is a lot. Now, since the victim did survive, he cannot get life since the victim did survive. He'll probably only get 10 to 15 years if he is convicted. However, that is probably not going to happen because the law is very bad in the USA. Like, you get the idea. None of these Roblox YouTubers or developers have been held accountable for all those bad actions. Yet when people actually try and help, they get arrested, they get cease or desist, they get terminated. You get the idea. And something really needs to happen about all these Roblox pedophiles spawning in and out. Now, what we can do is file police reports against this guy because, yeah, this is illegal. And also, we need to hype this video up because we need to get the Soul's allegations out there and prove to more people that this is not okay and Roblox developers should not be getting away with this. Now, I just wanted to point out, Fungus is getting up to 6 years in prison for attempted murder, hate crime, meaning because SoulDrivenLove funded it, he also was probably going to get convicted if the court does find him guilty.